Okay, you ready? 3, 2. Welcome back to the Rabasha Family Podcast. We're here for another special episode. And guys, this is a reunion. There's been a while since you've seen an episode out, and we're getting back to it. So we're happy to be back here. And Dad, welcome. And how do you feel?
Yeah, thank you. And I'm good. And I'm growing every single day. And now I'm the voice of African identity. So I want that title. I want to continue to tell young Africans to take back the identity, to be aware identity of Africans. It's the key of their life. Yeah. That is my voice. That's the purpose I want to live in each African mind, especially the young one.
When you say take back identity, what do you mean?
It means it's why African have names for white colonial. Why do we have Christians names? Why do we have Muslim names? So the names were being given by other communities because the weak of our ancestors and also was maybe the powerful for the other colonial mind. And when you want to destroy a community, you take away their identity. And that's how they did. So when you have Africans who have Christians names or European names, so those belongs to the Europeans. The one who has Arabs names, Muslim names, so those ones belongs to Arabs. That's how they divide Africans through the religion. So African were divided because of the weak of our mind. Even now we don't understand it. We have these names, European names, not because we choose them. No, we have been given to them. And that is why it's the consequence. It's the inferiority complex always we carry in our mind because we carry other people's identities. That's why it changed. And for me, I'm sad even you haven't taken it as African, as young African. I know you changed your name. But you had to be proud in the mind of Africans. Why somebody came to Africa and what first he did is just to interfere how African one names their children. Why did he do that? Why do people need to do that?
But remember what you always say, it comes down to economics. Was it a business decision? And has that business benefited them until today?
Yeah, so to control them, of course, to take away everything. If you take somebody away his identity, his belief, so it's easy to take out their minerals, easy to take out whatever they have.
That's what I'm saying. So was it like an investment decision?
It is not an investment, that one. It's just put people down. Yeah, you are nothing. I always give example. They went India, they take everything. British, they went India, they take everything, but they never take their names away. They never take their identity away. That's why you should respect Indians, the people who have been colonized in this world, who knows who they are, who knows what their culture is, who knows what their belief is.
Well, like when you say it like that, it's true. If you go out in this world today, an Indian, they have their beliefs, they have that sense about themselves, they have their names. You can see they have that cultural identity.
Yes, because we've been colonized, but the British there allow them to continue to have their names. But the consequence after that, when the British went away, so what they did, they had to make sure Pakistan and India that had been divided, because now there were Muslims who have been invaded there. That is why this become India and Pakistan. Those they were one country. They were brothers and sisters.
So before that was just one place.
Yes.
So who divided them?
The one who become Muslim, so they came out from India, they go to create Pakistan.
So do you think that's a war between the Muslims? Like, what have they done so
is,
well?
is it
Because
Muslim?
before it was just the English.
Yeah, no, but you see, religions they've been there before. Yes, Hindus they were there before. But you remember, Muslim they travel, they conquer many places. So Muslim they become like white. They've been invading everywhere, because maybe through trade, because a lot of things there they travel. So the more they travel is where they conquer. So that what mean is they. So when they reach a place, they say, okay, this is our place. They have to take our religions. So that what it means. Or they can leave their own people, but and then they took the whole place and then they change people. So that when you change people, it means it belong to you. See? Now,
That's crazy.
it's not crazy, it's just intelligence. It's just in the mind. In Nigeria, people still killing Christian and Muslim, and they're black, they're the same language, the same culture. But always they're still thinking we are different. We're still thinking we're divided.
Wasn't there something in the news with Nigerian Christians getting killed?
And I'm saying this war is still there, because some they're Muslim, they're African, they're Nigerian, other ones they're Christian. And because always all those other countries they still influence the religion. So it's so sad, because the religion take God with them. And religion is just belief. And I told you, believe also Muhammad, it's more economic. Believe in Jesus, it's a merchandise.
No. You said Jesus was more economical.
Yes.
And the Muslim was more natural.
Yes, emotion. See, you go to wash your toilet, you use water. Water is free, and water is cleaner. But a white had to use toilet paper. It had to be manufactured in the thinking. So the whole world should be embracing to use water.
But
because before toilet paper comes, they were using water. Because water is nature, is free.
But the white man did a good job to convince you that toilet paper is normal, and people who use water, that's weird.
Yes.
And that's natural.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
See, that is the market. See, the reason why market that was mean. It's product, but it's good because it's creating job. So if everybody now was using water, there will be no factory for toilet paper.
And there's people that pay their kids' school fees in those factories working. So let me ask you, because we can go on a tangent on that topic. How does a young child who's watching this, who have just heard this 13 minutes, however long we've been going for, you tell them, okay, take back your African identity. What are some practical steps that they can take to be able to do that?
Yeah, so you remember our parents, they're the one who gave us the name. So when you're a younger child, you don't know where you're born from. You don't know if your family is Muslim or more Christian when you're African. So whatever belief you're growing up, you don't choose it. And then you end up in that way. And they keep pushing you, teaching you those beliefs. When you're childhood, they take you. If you're Muslim, they take you to mosque. If you're Christian, they take you to church. So to continue to be in that belief. So normally, it's us, the parents, who should be aware of that because we already grown up. We already experienced life. We are exposure. So it's the same as me. After I was 50, I thought always that is the name. I thought that is how life is. Until I travel, until I see other community, as I say, why these other people have continued to have their names? Why us only we change our name? Why do you have French name? See, now there are many people, Africans, who recognize that, but they didn't say it. They say, oh, it's too late, so we can't do nothing. So most people, Africans, I tell, they know there was something wrong by naming, we have these names. We know there's something wrong. We know there's these people did there. But because we are still weak in the mind, we have even not that gut to change it. We know the issues, we know the mistake. We know we should not have taken these Africans' names, European names or Arabs' names. They know the history. We've been having our name. In Rwanda, the king who refused to be baptized, who refused the white name. So the Belgium, he agreed with them. He refused. He gave the power because he want not war. He said, I will not be baptized. Take the power. They give the power for his son. His son, they baptized him, and the son ruled. But the king, Yuhi Musinga, he refused. Yes, that is the mind of person is there. There's many Africans who didn't want to do that. But because maybe the majority Africans did it. You see, Africans were the one who destroyed our own. So the educated one, they think they are high class. So they have to have white names. So that when they came back home, so that's how they push now to destroy what was left behind. So education for Africans up to now is not working for Africans. It's still working for the colonial mind because it's come to from religious. India education work for Indians. That is the difference. That is why they know what education means to continue to invest in their culture, to protect their culture, to protect anything. They learn not to destroy their belief. They learn to build the infrastructure, to build whatever it is. That is why the difference is. That's why the difference of colonials in Africa and the colonials in India is different as we destroy our own. But the Indians, they protect their own.
Okay, part one there. Perfect, 13 minutes. I'll get that as a 13-minute clip. Now, even sometimes give people in shorter things, so that could even be one small episode. Let me go on Riverside. I'll go live again. I can hear mom coming in, right? So maybe good timing. Give her time to come in. Can we take a photo? This one's still charging a little bit because I can hear mom. Let me go get that tripod.
Which tripod?
For the iPhone. Mom's coming in anyway, so she's gonna make noise. Did you take it? You know the one. Should I have warned Ian? You know, Mom goes crazy if she sees him lying on that couch. I know she'll go crazy. You know that I saw it there today. Did you take it?
Yes, on top of where we leave it there. You know where we put in the basket.
That was good. Even now, this second round, you'll be able to have it on your body. It's more challenged.
So she's upset.
Yeah, she's on a bit. So she's settled down. Okay, ready?
Guys obsessed with these things.
We've actually been sleeping. Actually, we haven't been using. We need to get back to work. Where's your book?
This Airbnb there.
Yeah, us here. There. You should be telling the person in there.
What are you drinking? Why are your eyes like that? I said I don't see alcohol here if people have not paid.
What were you saying? What were you saying? Oh, the book. Where's your book? Here, hold it.
Who put this there? Huh? Maccabi.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna press the timer.
Put it in
Yeah.
the fridge.
Okay, 3. Just hold it up. That's better. Okay, let's do the second round. One second, I'm with the charger. Ready? Did you close the door?
But can you close the door?
Door closed. Don't know why it's this Wi-Fi. Okay, so we're talking about African identity and for the youth to embrace the African identity. So can we take it back because you said something? You said usually it starts from the parents. You do what your parents are told. You're in your religion. You just do everything you're told. If you think about it now, when you look back from your younger years growing up in, so the colonial religion was Catholic, is that correct? So growing up with Catholic, like, how do you think them taking your name and you growing up with someone else's belief, what did that do to your life? What was
So
the difference?
you don't know.
Mm.
Yes, you don't know until you grow. So to know this, I have to educate myself. Yeah. So that is why what I'm trying to do. So you have to be educated because what we've been taught, we made it think this is reality. So the religious, when they told us, we take as the truth, only truth and the only way. Until I educated myself, until I listened, never go that. If I have never listened, never go that, I'll be not sitting here talking. If I've listened, never go that, I haven't been writing this book. What told you are God?
Is it okay if you can take the other?
So that's how it is. So it's to educate yourself. Yeah, I'm here because I learn. Otherwise, when you're growing up, you see everybody go to church, you think that's how everywhere is.
But my question still is, what are the advantages it gives you when you take your identity? That's what I'm trying to say. What are the
So you
disadvantages you have?
believe now in yourself. You have faith in yourself. Faith outsider. We have been living, giving faith to Jesus outside. But when you know you are God, you have your identity, you got to believe in yourself. You got to have faith in yourself because you know who you are. You're going to be proud of who you are. You'll be not embarrassed to be who you are as Africans. That is why most Africans, they're the one who have identity crisis. So why white people don't have identity crisis? Because they know who they are. Arabs, they know who they are. Indians, they know who they are. They don't know markup. Even when they choose to go in different faith, they know why they do that. Yes. But us, we don't know why we are Christians. We don't know why we are Muslim. We are sheep. Africans, we are sheep. We don't know. We don't have a say. And the reason you don't have a say is because you don't have your identity. So to have identity is to be power who you are, to know everything's belong to you. That is why white people, what do you think white people, the arrogance they have, the freedom they have, is because they know everything's belong to them. See, that is why they came, they take everything, whatever they want. They have to live in South Africa. They know it's not their country, but they refuse to leave that country. And they know they have been immigrated there. Even now, they're still there. They have refused to leave.
Wow. He said that's why they just come and take. But so do you think it's just it's a subconscious?
It's the knowledge. It's the knowledge to know.
No, but what I'm saying is for, like, let's say, why is that camera gone darker?
Because it's not recording.
No, it says the card's full. That was getting so good. It says the card's full.
Yeah.
Have you been recording on this card? What should we do? Or we keep going live here?
Yeah, but I think I have another one.
Can you
It's in the back.
You want to get it? Or do you want me to get it? Do you want me to get it?
Yeah, bring my black back in the room.
In your room?
Outside of the bed.
This one?
There was another bag there. Before that, or maybe you know where I sit?
It was the work one, right?
Yes. Can you leave that one down here?
This one. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. So we're talking about cultural identity.
Yeah, so powerful. So when a man loses his identity, you are nothing. That is what you see the result in Africa.
But my question was more so when, like, for example, let's say on the white side, right? It's been because of their heritage, their ancestors, you've always known that subconsciously somehow they've always had that belief in themselves. So do you think it's because the parents they've kept passing that down onto the children, the white that you are a god? No, that's why they go somewhere, they take it, they have that confidence. The same like this with the Arabs.
Are you talking about white or
Arabs, you're white, but it's the sense of in terms of has that just been taught down from their parents, that belief in themselves instead of a higher power?
Yes. So that is when church they started, they were like Africans. But later they learn, no, that is not true. Here, family in Australia, they stop going to church as individual because they know the church wasn't the way they believe. So they start renewing as individual, maybe by learning. Because this teaching, Neville Goddard, Joseph Barnes, so those teachers, they were there for a long time. But those, they hide to come to Africa. See, what I learned, that was do you know, sometimes you think, oh, why Australians don't go to church? Because they learn. Church was nothing to do with God. They know they have to do their work by themselves. They have to believe themselves. They know they don't need to take their children to be baptized. No. They know they don't need to go to church for marriage celebration. No, they can still do performing as normal way. So they knew, they learned. This you learn individual. Why all our pastors in Africa preaching the same? No one teach different. Because what colonial, what missionary left to us, we taught that is what it is. Every pastor is what you teach. When I'm saying this, I'm God. Everybody in the community, they wonder if I'm crazy. You wonder how special you feel you are. So they're thinking because you call yourself God, you're going to be special. So they think them in a physical way. They don't take imaginary way, mental. Yeah. So when they think you say you are God, they think you're going to be capable to do special things physical. They go to think you're going to protect yourself, not to be sick, anything there. No. Is to know mentally your faith within yourself. You have to believe in yourself to know you are God in yourself. You are God walking. God never sent somebody else who will go to come to save you. When you look, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Yes, but because they believe it, if you're still waiting Jesus, it means you're still waiting what white has provided you. You still wait somebody who's going to feed you. And always the person who's going to feed you is white. No one else is going to feed you because we can't do that. Education, the people who are educated, who are in the government position, who covered everything. They're still thinking to go to God in heaven. That's why sometimes they do wrong things. They can't govern properly. You can't govern properly if you don't know who you are. That is why distraction in the government, in many places, the issues there. If you're Muslim, you feel Muslim, that is the only way to live. That is the only way. God, nothing to do with religion. Nothing. But the religions, they knew it, they put together, and that is they put fear in together. Even though you see things they tell you, it doesn't match up what your daily life is. You still believe wrong things. So because we believe something for long times, just we think it's truth. No, it's not true. We have to learn. We have to educate ourselves. That only change came to me. Otherwise, I was like anyone else. But the good things I know, when you listen my message, always that question is going to come to you. That is awakening up is going to take you there. It's the same as you, my children, I teach you, I tell you that. But you haven't taken it also yourself to know, I can teach this. I can teach you my young Africans. I can tell how these things there. You should educate yourself to know what I'm telling you, how it is there. You should be listening to those other motivation speakers. You should be thinking there. Since I've been telling you, you should be now reading now in the social media now, teaching, save them. Tell them the awareness for this teaching. This is the secret. This is the only thing I can leave to you. This is the powerful gift I leave to you. To be able to teach the younger generation to be thinking there. A person who are teach to believe himself, to have faith in himself, he will never forgive you because they'll forget you, because he knows his life is going to be better than it used to be. It's not better or physical to do anything there outside money-wise, no, but mental, it makes you feel better. You walk yourself on the street without fearing anyone, without worrying about anything, without worrying about, oh, is he Christian, is he African, is he, if you're in Australia, we are in Kenya. The countries mean nothing. The country is just the process the people live in society. There's a time people live, there was no country, and they live. See? So So now the country, what me now, the system is to make life of living become much, much easier. But normally, countries mean that if you go outside, the wind, everything there. That wind doesn't mention, oh, this is Australia. You can't know where you are. Every person who goes out from his house, you don't know where. You don't know which suburb you are in. Someone take you somewhere in Australia. You never know where you are. You are out in the sky. Well, the sky is the land of God. That's why every human being had to live in the earth until you die. There's no other place you go to live anyway. Yeah, so the mentality to believe, to feel things there, it's so different. Now, if you have a problem, you have to deal with your problem through your mind. I have issues, I have financial issues, I have issues for all those kind of thinking. But because you call yourself God, people think, oh, you're going to be special. No. Yeah, even the other day, I told those people, say, oh, God is powerful only. Yes, that's why God has created. People keep shouting, oh, God is good. Why are you shouting God is good for? The God who had created this world doesn't hear somebody's word. The people who hear your word, it's as human beings. So you have to tell you are good.
So don't say God is good.
Yeah. Say, oh, Eve, you're good.
Sujira.
So you, oh, Sujira, you are good. Or Niva, you are good. So tell the person, oh, thank you, God. God doesn't need that thank you. God is the energy going there. But the person who gives you the service is the one who won't hear that word, thank you. Can you look how you feel when somebody says thank you? That feeling itself. Somebody tell me, wow, good, you inspire me to go for a walk. You know, this is good. Thank you. It feels you better. African moving in the street, God, thank you. There's nothing like that. So that is how life had to. It had to start from there.
You know, I took a flight, United Airlines. The customer service was fantastic, and you feel the difference. You feel the energy of a good customer experience, and that's what life is about: to serve other people. And that's why they've also told you, like, you've had this belief, maybe Africans, even, I think also in general society, I wouldn't say this is just an African thing, but like money, it's like evil. But no, the more money you have is because you've been able to serve.
Who said the money is evil?
You hear those sayings.
So those are the Christians, the church. But they have to have tithe every single day. They have to get the money every single day. So now, when they say that, they were telling African, don't worry about money. You just be poor. God will come to save you. So that is the mentality they teach us. So you remember what was behind missionaries? People think they were only people for God. No, there's also the people who want to continue to put Africans down in terms to be aware what to do to live life. See, that is how we colonize the mind, not to have faith in themselves, not to have to believe, not to have to stand up to go to work for themselves. So if you kill them, or be poor, don't worry. They don't stand up to go to anything.
Would you compare that mentality of, exactly what we just talked about, going to church there, always relying on something to save you? Is that the same mentality, for example, we see with the politics, for example, the food stamps, a little bit, maybe, let's say the Democratic Party, I don't know which certain parties, but here these like rely on us. Go to your church, rely on us to feed you.
Go to church and you go to feed you. Yes, that's how it is. But you can see sometimes where some countries in Africa, all countries, they still wait some money funds from America or fund from somewhere.
Imagine.
Yeah, so that's the way it started. See, if still waiting somebody to give you money, that is the mentality is there. That the mentality. So the country themselves, they have never feel no. We don't want to do this. We feed ourselves. We think ourselves. Always, if somebody is giving you money, it's mean he owns you. He have to dictate you what to do. It's the same when your parents feed you, give you everything there. They have to tell you to do this, do this, do this. Because that's how it works. That's the service they give. You have to give back. See, the service is what each of us build on it. That is what, and there is no difference. But the market has taught us, oh, this has better than you. No, it's not better. What is better you get is the value for your service. But you are doing the same things. Who pays you? It's client. See, bank manager, banker think that they think, oh, it's better than the people who go to deposit their money every single day. It's not true. Your boss is going to think it's better than you. It's not true. Because he keep your money through his hands, through the client, that's what he thinks. But it's not true. The money is from the client. If there's no client, there's no boss. If there's no client who pays the bill, there's no boss. The boss closes. The employee goes down. Each of us, we are client. You are working 10 hours, and the day you go to the bar. You are working 5 hours, you go to buy lunch. Buy a drink, buy everything there. Everybody will serve there. And that's how system has been since the world has started. But you see, when you talk about this, people think, oh, why we talk about it? But this is the fundamental of life, because it makes you say, wow, if you know what I'm doing, I'm serving people, you feel proud no matter what you do. You are serving the cafe, you are changing somebody's tire, somebody has a problem with his tire. He can't fix it. But you are there to serve them. That's the happiness you should be doing there. If you're collecting baggage for people, they can't do that quickly. That's why you go to serve them. That period there, you'll be there. You'll be there 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. You are serving them. But the way you go to live your life, it's up to you now. Because the market has put us there always. You feel, oh, you are not worth it, or this job you're doing there. Most people complain their jobs, but you wonder why we complain our job. Because it's how other mind has told us all this and this. No. Everybody needs to be inspired. We need to be positive for what we are doing.
Powerful.
Yeah, guys, so now I'm still marketing my book. To write a book, it's hard, but to sell it is the hardest. But we have to keep doing it. It's growing. It may not be sold now, but this is the future. Yes, that is how, when people mind has awakened, people want to learn, they got to figure out a way to learn, because after we don't learn, we don't improve much. But yes, it's good to continue to share what we believe. Our belief is what make you do what you do. Your belief is the one which will guide you because it's powerful. Your belief is God. Anything you do today, it's the belief. Can you change your belief? Yes. The change for every person is needed. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you to continue to support the podcast. Yes. We're going to put the link, go to Amazon or go to ndizeye.rubashamedia.com. You can purchase ebook, and also we have the Kinyarwanda one, Ninde Wakugieko Tarimana. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. 18 minutes. Good. See you guys 28. And then I'll just get maybe small one of my iPhone video. Quick one. Now you can keep it on there. Okay. Just finished another podcast episode, Dad. African identities.
Yes, so African identity, we have to reclaim back our name, our ancestors' names. Because when you lose the identity as a person, it means you lose your livelihood. That is why the missionary, that the first thing he did. Your identity crisis, it come out from losing your identity. Africans should have African names, like any other community.
We'll see you on YouTube. Cool. Okay, hold on. Thanks, Dad. Let's upload.
Thank you. Your identity crisis.